Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Sound and Vision. We're here with, and I'm going to tell you this right now, Will Gittens is somebody you're going to be listening to, you're going to follow. He has such an amazing voice. When I first heard your music, I was like, we got to talk to him. We've been lucky with this show in the last 3 episodes to have some amazing musicians come on.
That's awesome.
And when I heard your voice, I was like, we have to talk with you about your music, where you came from, everything. Tell us a little bit about where you're from and how did you get started in music?
Oh, well, first of all, thank you. Should I hold it, Mike? Or
No.
okay. First of all, appreciate you. And I got started in music. I'm from Trinidad and Tobago originally. And my father is a singer-songwriter musician. So even though when I moved to America when I was young, I dabbled in sports and other things, I just always gravitated back to music because I feel like that's what my purpose is. And you know how sometimes you just in life, you just go and you're in the wilderness, you know, and I feel like God kind of directs you to, hey, this is your purpose. And I feel like music is my purpose. So with the influence of my father and other amazing artists that I grew up listening to, that's what brought me to where I am now, you know?
And your sound is it's refreshing because you don't really hear that sound anymore.
Yeah.
It really reminds me going back to the 80s, the 90s, the El DeBarge, the Babyface, the Guy back in the day. What were some of the sounds that you listened to that influenced you?
Man, like to add on to some of the ones you just said, I grew up being inspired by gospel music. You know, I listened to the Kirk Franklins and John P. Keys and the Hezekiah Walkers. And then I grew up listening to pop music with the Michael Jacksons and the Princes, and listening to like the Michael McDonalds and the James Ingrams and those type of powerful voices, Michael Bolton. And then on the other end, I'll have the R&B, growing up listening to Joe and listening to Brian McKnight, you know what I'm saying? And then listening to Music Soul Child and some of those neo soul kind of alternative R&Bs, different kind of, you know? And man, then I lived in Nashville, so I was taking in country music and stuff like that. So there's like the list is endless with the type of music I was able to take in, and that's why my sound is so eclectic, is because it's a combination of everything that I've experienced in life and the type of genres that I've soaked up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And before we get into the new joint that you've been working on, got to go into that. I don't know if it was your last album or maybe the album before that. I listened to all of Afro Island.
Oh man, yeah.
And I was listening to it and I was just like, wow, you could hear a lot of the influences that you talk about, but also you hear a lot of the island rhythms. Mm-hmm. You hear that you hear the different drum beats, the different sounds in the background and stuff. What was it about Afro Island that really took off for you and that a lot of your audience started joining in and becoming fans?
Man, appreciate that, first of all. You know, a lot of times people don't go check out the music and stuff, but Afro Island is, I'm sure everyone sees how popular Afrobeats has become. And like my brother and I, shout out to JR, we've traveled to Africa a lot, and we'll go out to clubs, we go to different venues, and we're like sponges. So we take in what's going on and what people are listening to, and then we put our own flip on to things. And so even though we're from the islands, from Trinidad, we don't really make soca music. But we took our version of our own like music from our country and merged it with Afrobeats to create this new sound, which is what we call Afro Island, you know. And that project was the first of that. You know, we've done probably like 30 songs in that type of vibe, and we have some more that we're gonna continue to do and collaborate with other artists from different diasporas. But that Afro Island is just the first kind of, hey, this is the new song that we're creating. And yeah, hope that people discover it, you know, and continue to listen to that music.
Yeah, it works. It really does work because it's something different, and it's a different type of sound, and it leads into the new music as well. Because like Missin You, which is a new 2024 joint. Yeah. Where did that come from? Because it's such a great. The lyrics are great. Yeah. Kind of gives you that Babyface vibe. And where did that all come from? What was the story behind that track?
Man, the story is it's literally I'm someone that emotions. You know, I feel like what made Babyface brilliant as a songwriter is that I feel like everything that he was feeling, like he could think of something where he might have been in love with a woman, and then he write a song about that woman. The way that he articulates that love through a song and through the lyrics is what connects with human beings, you know, because some people, they live vicariously through us singer-songwriters because they will feel those emotions, they just don't know how to put it into words, but we do, you know. And so in that way, Missin You was, I was just sitting there, and there's a young lady that I was kicking it with. We don't talk anymore, but I remember we stopped talking, you know, we just, where we at in our lives, it just wasn't connecting. And I felt sad about it. I was like, man, I miss her, you know, and that's where Missin You came from. It's because I was missing a shorty, so I won't say her name, but.
Well, yeah, we don't want to give her any credit into what
know,
the song
right?
was. I mean, she's no longer with you anymore, so she's going to be missing out now because
she's missing out. That was my
because that track is going to attract a lot of people, especially the ladies out there watching us, because it's so good. And the one thing I love is the fact that you're not just a singer-songwriter, you actually play an instrument as well, where that seems to be, you don't see as many artists really losing the fact of learning how to pick up a guitar, play a piano, even play some drums, or even sax or flutes or anything anymore. Yeah. You're seeing that kind of slowly going away, and they're all singing the background tracks. Yeah. How important was it for you to pick up an instrument and really be able to not only learn and perfect your instrument, but also put that, like, make sure that people know, I know how to play guitar. This is what my words is through these 6 strings or 12 strings.
Yeah, I would say that, excellent question. I would say that through time in general, it became less common for, because back then it was like, oh, if you're an artist, you have to learn an instrument. Like, it's just a cheat code and something that every singer-songwriter could have in their arsenal. You don't have to rely on someone to accompany you to perform a song. You could just do it with a guitar, piano, or something. So for me, I've always just admired musicians, and I love guitar so much. I love bass and drums and keys, even though I don't play keys that well, but I've always been like, had a pull to string instruments. And I've always just wanted to be really good at the instrument, you know. Of course, I'm not the best guitarist there is, you know, but I'm a badass guitarist, you know. And I've put a lot of years of practicing. You know, they say it takes 10,000 hours to become a professional, but I've put in more hours than that, and it's been rewarding, you know, and to the point now where someone could go, and when they see just a little Instagram video of me playing and singing, they're like, wow, I want to get to that, you know. And so to be able to inspire people that way is very inspiring for myself, you know.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like, I'm looking at that and I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. And what you say, you may not be, you think you're not a great guitar player, but you are. Coming from the punk world, you know how it is, everybody in the audience. 3-chord progression is the lifeblood of some rock music. Man, and you do such a great job in your presentation, your performance. So you're going out on tour, you're doing live music, you're going to be going out to the TopShelf Getaways Music Bash Tulum. How excited are you that you're going to be playing down there, playing in Mexico in front of all these fans?
Man, I'm excited, one, because I've never been to Mexico. I love Mexican people. I love Mexican food. And to be able to go there and take in that culture is going to be awesome. You know, the lineup, you know, it's Eric Bellinger, Sevyn Streeter, and many more other artists. But just those two are some people that I looked up to. I actually ended up getting a song on Eric's last project, you know, and he's a friend of mine. So this is just going to be an amazing time. My first time being in Mexico, and I'm getting to perform in it. So it's my first time performing in Mexico, you know. So I'm super excited about that. Shout out to TopShelf Getaways. You know what I'm saying? This music bash is going to be crazy. So if you guys want to meet me, I would love to see you guys there. Come, let's have a drink and listen to some vibes.
Yeah, because I'm sure you're going to have a merch booth out there. You're going to be able to go down to his merch booth, pick up some shirts, pick up some of the stuff that you've already released. So that's awesome.
Yeah, everything, man. Let's party.
Exactly. I wanted to ask you, 2024, 2025, you got the Music Bash coming up. Are you looking at doing some stuff in the United States, doing a tour, playing in I mean, do you play in LA regularly so that people could come out and watch you live? Because, you know, hearing it on your phone, hearing it in the car is great, and it gets you nice, but nothing's like live. Thing. Yeah, nothing's like live music. Yeah. So what are the plans to be able to push it? I know you have an album coming out too.
Yeah. So the plan is I mean, a lot of times people think that going and doing live shows is as a lot more simple than what it is. It's a lot of steps, and it's very stressful, and it takes a lot of money and time and mental capacity. And I've done a lot of years prior doing a lot of live shows. And when I moved to LA and our business moved to LA, it just seemed like where the climate was going, that it was smarter for us to build ourselves digitally and build that worldwide type of pull, so that when the timing is right, we do go and do a US tour and a European tour and a world tour at some point, that it's going to be, we have like millions of people to access, you know? And so it's kind of like the chicken before the egg type kind of thing, because a lot of people might think that tactic wasn't the smartest thing to do, but we're completely independent. So we've never had the opportunity to have a label be like, hey, we believe in you here. We're going to pay for your tour, and we're going to put you on tour with this our big artist, and you're open for them and this and that. So it hasn't happened, and you know, it's a political industry that we're in. So yes, I do plan on going on my first US tour, my first European tour, and hopefully world tour in 2025. I hope that I could do at least one, maybe even a small city tour in America before the year ends. And I think with the trajectory of how my music has been going this year, I think that's very possible. So, you know, the sky's the limit, man. I'm every single day, I'm blessed, man, to wake up and do music, this thing that I'm obsessed with. And yeah, I just hope that all my dreams and everything that I want to do, shows and new opportunities, just come to fruition. Yeah.
And that's the one thing that you mentioned that's really cool, is being an independent artist. Mm-hmm. We've seen a lot of independent artists right now, especially in the United States, with so much success from not even being touched by the music system. Yeah. I mean, one guy, Russ, perfect example, was playing, did it all by himself, and now he's playing stadiums now. Yeah. I mean, and it's a great way of going, because then it allows you the freedom to be able to do what you want to do, your music, the way you feel, the way you act in your music, and really sell it that way.
Freedom. And that's great. It's true freedom is what it is, you know. And it comes with a price, you know. Like if you have to incur those costs with your own business and stuff, rather than having someone else do it. But with how bad the loans are with labels and stuff, it's a better situation. It's just, of course, a lot harder. You know, but
it allows you to be able to make the albums you want to make. Exactly. Not what they want you to make, what you want to make.
I have full control of my creativity and who I want to put myself out there to be. It's never going to be, or it's not tainted by anybody else but who I want to be, and so that's a blessing. So
exactly. And before we let you go, got to give our people out there the socials, how they could find you, how they could find your music, and when the new album. Oh wait, before we get into that, we gotta talk about, but first, the important part.
I know, right?
The new album coming out August, correct? Yeah. So tell me a little bit about it. Where's it at right now? Do you have a title for it yet?
Yeah, this is actually the first interview I've done to anybody who will hear this information. So the title album is called Love Child, and I called it that because ever since I was a kid, my mom used to call me her love child. And I used to always be like, why are you calling me a love child? You know, because it's just, I'm a little kid. I don't know what she's talking about. And if anyone listens to some of the love songs and the songs that I am able to write, with the same thing I told you with how Babyface and all those people, I'm really good with putting my emotions in a song, you know, and explaining experiences, whether it be heartbreak, whether it be just in love, you know what I'm saying? Or just pain in general. I know how to articulate that through music to where a lot of people could connect with that. And, you know, this project is my first, like, just body of music that is just giving the levels of love. You know, love is so many different things, has so many layers to it. It's not just like the happy, it's the sad, it's the in-between. And this project just, it's brilliant. It's literally my best work till date. You know, it's executive produced by my big brother JR. You know, and we've been doing a lot of things together. I have a song on there that I wrote. My dad wrote the chorus, and I wrote the verse and hook, and my brother produced it. So it's the Tree Gittens brothers and the dad. So, And my dad's dream always to win a Grammy and stuff like that. So there's a lot of generations of dreams is coming to just reality with this project. And yeah, we're going to do this one right. I'm not sure yet if we're going to go and meet with labels and stuff, like, but I think this is something to just experiment, you know, to go in with an investor and to have a company or a label match it. And then we just, like, you know, have a couple songs on radio. It's like, I feel like once my voice hits the radio, it's a wrap, you know. And so, you know, it's this Love Child project is going to be crazy, man. I'm super excited.
Exactly. And that's what, I mean, you should release it when it's ready. Yeah. It's like when it's screaming, it's time. I'm ready to go out. If it's August, great. But it's like because I want the album already.
He's like, I want it today.
It's like shoot. I mean, the songs are friggin' awesome. I want to be able to listen to it in the car driving around Hollywood and LA. Sure. But before we let you go, let's get back to what the final thing was before we had to talk about the album. Where can our audience find you? Find your music. Find where you're going to be playing, and hopefully the next year here in LA.
Yeah, so you could find me on Instagram, TikTok, you know, anything that has social media. Even if they come up with a new social media platform, you will be able to find me there at Will Gittens, WILLGITTENS. And yeah, you know, I have a lot of videos on there. I'm constantly doing covers of your favorite songs. I'm constantly doing my own music, putting it out there, and just, you know, I'm starting to dabble into certain things like fashion, and I'm going to start getting into acting, you know, after moving here to LA. So I don't want to just hold myself in a box. I want to be the best version of myself. So yeah, you know, hopefully you guys could be along with this journey for me or with me.
Definitely. And you already got me hooked because I love the music. It's back to when I was in high school. Way to go. But no, it just has that nice vibe. And Will, you have a very good career coming up because I'm listening to it and I'm like, this cat has something. I appreciate so I'm really glad to have you on episode 3 of the show. And we're looking forward to what we like to do is Sound and Vision will be having a live show very, very soon. We'd love to invite you on when the album's ready. And hopefully we could do a full album set of the new songs and give it to the MUSE TV Sound and Vision audience to be able to start buying that album as soon as it drops.
Yeah, so no, that would be
there
fine,
you go.
Yeah, sky's the limit.
Exactly. Hey, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check us out on MUSE TV Network. And Sound and Vision will be back very soon. And don't forget, pick up Will Gittens' album when it comes out very, very soon.